On my screens now, people always look telling me I hope he's lot good. I'm back. Third day in a row. Yeah, I'm saying it's been 3 months. Third day in a row, coming back with some bangers, mixing it up every day. I don't know if you noticed, the first day gave us lot like a little podcast, little music. Second day gave us lot some music. I think I done something else. Well, I attempted to do something else, but it fucked up. I done like a whole hour documentary on some shit in Syria. No, not Syria, sorry. About Hamas and Israel. Long story short, tried to get off my camera, weren't working. Fuck knows why. But yeah, fuck all of that. It's your boy Road to Reactions, really channel. Coming out the UK by far. Sort of threw myself off right there, but for those that don't know, read it, let me know how much, shout me. Without further ado, we're gonna get straight into this. This is the chilling story of Serbia's human slaughterhouse. I told you, look, I'm switching up, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm eating these sweets right now, they're making my mouth so watery. But like, so like, gammy, if that makes sense. I just hope and pray YouTube don't block this video. I'll do the most. Big shout out to Organised Crime and Corruption. Make sure you go check out their channel. Hopefully I'll put the link in the description if I can remember. Hit all my links in the description. You know the deal, people. I'm liking the view so far on some of the videos. Couple others, I mean, you don't need to be pushing them likes. I don't know how many times I've got to tell you, man. Push them likes. Help me. You know what I'm saying? Also, big shout out to I see this earlier. Pardon me. Big shout out to Sugar Ray 710. You know what I'm saying? Taught me a little something about Siesta La Vie, I think it was called. Yeah, he said, man said he's looking for a third of a century, but Siesta La Vie, which is French and stands for life. You know what I'm saying? You learn something every new. You learn something new every day. I'm stuttering my words around that video. Big shout out to DP. Big shout out to Nero M for subscribing. I'm saying, a big shout out to my baby girl. Go check her channel out now. Pudding's lyrics, you know what I'm saying, some of the best lyrics in the game. Whatever you need, you know what I'm saying. Drop her a little comment, a like, all of that. I can't find him. Who is it? It was one of them, but he dropped a comment saying he's loving the videos. I appreciate it, man. I think his name was Ali. But you know who you are, you're watching. Big shout out to you, bro. I'm loving it. Without further ado, let's do this. This is the human slaughterhouse of Serbia. Let's turn this on. That's bare loud.
It looks like a simple house in a rural suburb
people.
outside of Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. Nothing looks out of order from the outside.
Right, let me pause this because I ain't even live. I ain't even ready yet. These times I'm looking at my laptop screen, but I've got my big monitor here. Shout out to the HP gang. Got my HP, and I also got my printer today, well the other day, so just started using it. Need to get some ink cartridges, that's what I do need to do. And yes, my green screen's coming out of place, but we're going to get straight into this because my camera's saying whoa, let's do this. Might only get one video right now, but we're going to try.
They found a secret door in the garage leading to a hidden room.
Okay.
It looks like a simple house in a rural suburb outside of Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. Nothing looks out of order from the outside.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit run down, a bit abandoned.
When police searched it, they found a secret door in the garage leading to a hidden room. And in this room, they found an industrial meat grinder. But this meat grinder wasn't used for animals. It was used by a criminal group to grind up human beings. They tortured their victims.
Yeah? You hearing this? I said they're grinding up them victims, they're grabbing them, doing whatever. Imagine doing that alive, whilst they're alive. Like fully, like they're tied up, whatever. Putting them in there, turning it on. Like your body's just coming apart. Like, savage.
The organs, cut them into small pieces.
Yeah, YouTube are definitely going to chat shit about this, but then again, they've got it on their video.
Carried them to the nearby Danube River, where they dumped them in the water.
Okay.
How do we know this? Because the criminal group took pictures of the process, and then they sent these pictures to their friends to brag. And sometimes they also sent the pictures to their enemies to taunt and warn them. They documented this process all on highly specialized encrypted phones that they thought were secure. They never thought the phone's encryption could be cracked, but it was.
Yeah, this is where people go
And
wrong.
no one thought this whole
Regardless what they bring out, whatever encrypted phone, just trust me, the government, feds, whoever you want to, they will eventually get that shit. Don't let them fool you.
A journalist and filmmaker at the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. I'm going to walk you through this whole bizarre story and introduce you to the journalist who connected this group's rise to top Serbian officials.
Oh shit, we sent it like that. Plugged in like that, of course. But then again, they're probably taking out the official people. That's what I'm trying to say. The most people they're probably taking out is probably the people they've been told to.
Phones were in fact cracked. And here's how it happened.
Sky Secure
Most
Gateway.
people are familiar with mobile apps like Messenger, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Signal.
Yeah,
These are the most
fuck
popular
with them.
services.
I don't know about
for
Signal
encryption.
though.
They are all thought to be secure to some extent.
But I don't fuck with
meaning
them
authorities
for
are known
encryption.
to be
I just
able
fuck
to
with them
break
because they're
the
there,
encryption
messaging apps.
and read the messages. But this group was using modified phones and software made by a company in Canada called Sky Global. They were
wonder how much
advertised
they
as some
spend on
form
that.
of ultimate security. In addition to strong encryption, they had features like self-destructing messages and the ability to wipe the phone remotely.
Okay.
Now in 2019,
Yeah, that's what
European
you
authorities
need.
started a
They'll get
cross-border
pulled up. What?
investigation because
Press
they
a quick button.
suspected that these phones were being almost exclusively used by criminals. The authorities discovered the
Well, duh.
backup server.
Who else is gonna use them? Who else is gonna wanna fucking self-destruct messages and automatically wipe? It's gonna be criminals. Or some sort of dodginess. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're there, that's why they're expensive. I just wanna see the price. I bet it's like 10 bags of phone or something. It's like crazy like that.
And in 2020, a specialized encryption unit is able to crack the group messages feature of these Sky phones. So now, authorities are able to secretly read
Sky, yeah?
2 million
Should you say that's my network right there? Wi-Fi network. That's what I'm running on right now. Sky.
Some murders in the Serbian home start taking
You said I'm
place.
linked up to some
We
dodginess.
deduced that European authorities decrypted these extremely gruesome photos, grew extremely concerned, and decided to share these photos with Serbian authorities. And once Serbian authorities get this information, they're able to determine that one of the suspects is actually quite famous. His name is Veliko Belivuk, and this is his story.
These men are devilish. These men look like they just laugh at you.
Will is called Belivuk. Is the leader of a Serbian group called the Principi. In the region, criminal groups
Principi.
get very complicated.
Okay.
So for the purposes of this story, you just need to remember two of them. The Kavac clan and the Shkaliadi clan. And they are at war with each other.
The Kavac clan
Now, Belivuk's
and the
group, which roughly
Skaliajari
translates
clan.
into the principal,
Principi.
is
Okay,
allied
so
with
there's
the
3
Kavac.
groups.
His clan is
Okay, so they're linked up, so they're beefing the odds.
officers made up of football hooligans supporting Serbia's partisan football team. When I
Makes
say
sense,
football
but I
hooligans,
noticed
you
that
might
that
not
proper
take it too
pops off in
seriously.
Europe.
But in the Balkans, it's very serious business, with a lot of history and
Yeah,
nationalism.
no.
And the stadium has always
take
been
that
a
shit
firm
serious.
proving ground for organized crime groups.
You know they got that from the UK though. We started
The
that
two
shit.
groups are assassinating each other with car bombs, snipers,
Woo!
you name it. They are killing and being killed.
Okay. Yeah, they're on some next level shit. They want to pull up, what? Dressed out, all army like black tie. Plant a quick bomb on down. Yeah, mad.
So
Ain't trying to beef them.
developed a motto: no body, no crime.
No body, no crime. You know that.
They called it. the
If there's no body, bro, there's no crime. They can't say I've done this. What? Done what to who?
Understanding
To,
what
to
happened
when?
from the testimony of 3 crew members turned witnesses, the indictment. and
Oh, that's the worst. Especially when they're the same people that have been doing that shit. And you're like, bro, how are you turning state's evidence? How are you turning witness now when shit hits the fan? When we was all in there doing the same shit. If anything, you was doing more. And now what? Because we've all been bagged. You want to start singing? Come on, man. And true say, even if you do snitch, you're still going jail. You're still going to get a bird anyway. So it's like, wow, you just got a little less, but now the whole world knows you're a rat. And it's just like, bro, you just put yourself in a... Yeah, man.
Exchanged as the crew went about planning these murders.
Each to their own, though,
At the
innit?
same time, it's
Obviously,
very
freedom of
important for me
speech and all
to
that
say
shit.
that the trial is ongoing. No one has been convicted, and the accused deny the charge. Ongoing.
Oh, really?
No one has been convicted, and the
Oh,
accused denied the charges.
this shit's still ongoing. Yeah, I noticed this video is 2 months old.
Victim of the slaughterhouse.
But then again, if they're linked up to them, was it to the big people, they ain't gonna go
He
jail.
was actually Bellybook's friend and a member of the group.
They'll just need a couple fool guys.
The idea that he was a traitor. Bro, this guy set me up. If everything goes well, in a few days he's going to the slaughterhouse. Bellybook had a
He's going
clear
to the
message.
slaughterhouse.
I can't wait to strangle him. From the day of the murder, we have
Can't wait to just
from the home.
hold him there, just
Here are members of the crew arriving. This is Bellybook himself. Then the CCTV was turned off. We can only speculate that they didn't want evidence of the victim arriving at the home. But they created their own photographic evidence. We've struggled to determine how to share these photos. It goes without saying they are brutal and sadistic, but at the same time they create a real-time picture of how this technology functions and also
you
how
know that
this
you ain't
group
trying to get
operates.
your shit ain't trying to get
So we
took
are
down from
showing
YouTube.
illustrations that are based on the actual photographs. This is the victim. They carved treason into his back. From the witness testimony, we know that he was brutally tortured. He was decapitated with an axe and then cut into pieces. He was
Man said they done the most. Firstly, they carved that shit. You know he was awake. He was just screaming his head off, probably slapping him doing the most. And then man said they thought, fuck this, lay him out. Watch this. Man, watching, yeah? Boom! That shit must have just... Then again, that did not come up. You know that probably didn't come up straight away. So it's like...
fed into the meat grinder.
Yeah, fuck that.
He put his flesh into bags and then dumped it in the Danube River.
And YouTube, I just want to say, I do not promote, I do not glorify none of this. I'm just a bit like, whoa.
The next victim they killed because he was in the rival criminal clan. He was lured by an acquaintance who had secretly turned on him under the pretense to buy a gun. The friend drove him to a meadow near the slaughterhouse. But Bellybook's gang was waiting. They jumped him and tied him up, and then took him in a van to the slaughterhouse. And then they started sharing photos with their crew on the Sky app. This is Bellybook in the black t-shirt. The man smiling eventually became one of the cooperating witnesses. They cut off the victim's head with an axe. They wrote Korach Pussy on his back in his own blood. Korach was the name of the rival gang's boss. And then sent the murdered man's boss his picture. Let's send him a postcard. Bellybook gloats. Look, Mexico in the middle of Belgrade. Aha.
It's true. You would not expect to see this shit in Europe. That's why I'm a bit like, whoa. This sort of shit you see in Mexico, like.
The last one I'll mention was actually the best man to one of the members of Bellybook's group. It took work to lure and persuade these victims. They had to find them, surveil them, and do this all without being detected. He was also lured with a promise to sell him a gun. They brought him to the home above the slaughterhouse. They played with him, made fun of his mask as they took pictures, but at the same time they were sending these pictures to their friends. They made him think he was there still to buy a gun, knowing full well that the whole thing was a ruse. Then they took him downstairs to the slaughterhouse. They joked. He tripped. Awesome. Then Bellybook took an axe and chopped off his head. And his friend got to work. I just chopped him up. Later they described the victim. He was sick in the head. His organs weren't exactly in good shape either.
Okay. I got a thing for the axe.
Serbian police arrested the gang.
Danas smo razgovarali o razbijanju kriminalne bande Belivuk Miljković i
that's probably one of them ones though, man. You probably fuck with them same time. You're just doing this for the show.
Ono što je naša poruka.
S ovom bandom smo završili.
You've done this, but yet no one's been convicted. So what? They either just sat in jail or they just sat on the roads.
So that's it.
I don't know. I'm not in Serbia, but anyone in Serbia watching this, big shout out to you. But let me know.
This is where it actually gets interesting. For years, there have been allegations that the Serbian government is very closely linked to organized crime groups, including Belivuk's group. I visited with my Serbian colleague, Stevan Dojcinovic, in Belgrade. He is probably the most renowned investigative journalist in all of Serbia, known for his investigations into Serbian politicians and organized crime. This is what he told me when I asked him about Belivuk.
This gang was very much tied to Vucic and his government, and not just that. Actually, this gang was, in a way, created by the state.
See what I mean?
Was
government created that shit.
Command of the police. It sounds bizarre, but this is really true.
To understand what Stefan's talking about, we need to take a little step back to 2017, 3 years before the Slaughterhouse murder.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Video.
Why am I not putting my plug in? I'll take the battery on.
Police arrested actually Belivuk.
These times my camera fucking battery's gonna run out as well.
Later, he was charged for participating in this murder. And not just that, also police seized his phones.
So police got Belivuk's phone and made a report on the WhatsApp messages that they found inside. This report was actually first published by the magazine NIN. I also want to make clear that this report on Belivuk's WhatsApp messages was never supposed to fall into the hands of journalists.
Basically, it's analysis
Because you know they spread that shit.
WhatsApp messages. When you analyze these messages, Belivuk messages from that time, you can see that he was under control of one really important policeman. This policeman was one of the top persons of Serbian gendarmerie. Gendarme is telling to Belivuk, imamo jake pozicije, brate. Imaš mene, u 10 ljudi sam u policiji, a tu sam na usluzi non stop. So the gendarme that need to deal with hooligans was actually the boss of Belivuk group and giving him direction what he should do.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Man said one of the top feds is the top fucking boss of the fucking criminals. Is nuts. But this how shit really be working.
What violence he should be involved and whatnot. And it's pretty quite shocking to have such a leading person in police. Like, you know, I'm telling this, it's pretty...
I hope this shit don't get took
But
down.
there's another incident with
Or
this
blocked
police
or copyrighted.
officer that is even more fascinating. It's actually a secret recording of him when he's holding a meeting with Belivuk's men. A source contacted Stefan and handed over an audio recording of this meeting.
We managed to get this audio recording. It's one pretty unique thing.
Yeah, that's like, you know, see journalists, they do some mad shit to get their fucking little story, their little news. Same time, they make a lot of shit up.
It was a sort of kind of team building meeting. This audio is clearly showing that the gendarme had a role and that he was some sort of the boss to these hooligans. It's clearly because he's the one who actually leading this meeting and saying this. And so this was kind of definite evidence that we managed to provide in public. But yet, he's still in police.
I want to go now, lastly, back to the messages.
So I mean, and the whole country's probably corrupt.
It wasn't just one rogue police official. It goes much deeper. So here, the gendarme writes to Belivuk, "Be patient, please. Here is Diana begging you." The gendarme mentions a woman named Diana. He is referring to Diana Hrkalovic, as confirmed by the secret police report.
This gendarme was just working
Secret
with
police?
literally the second most powerful person in Serbian police, and that's Diana Hrkalovic. She was officially general secretary of the police, which means literally right-hand man of the minister of police himself. And when he was communicating with Belivuk, he will say that Diana, or D, using the first letter of her name, wants you to do this, or she wants you not to do this. So literally, he was just passing her commands to the Bellew.
That's what I'm trying to say, man.
Messages.
And then it won't surprise me if the fucking the president, prime minister is telling her what to do. This shit's fucked. And my camera's due to die, people. How much is left? I might have to cut this short.
Biggest scam and his gang.
I'm sorry.
And just to make clear, Bellew
might have to cut this short, people.
And
He denies he ain't been caught. That was a 31, but my thing's gonna die, man. I shouldn't be there. But listen, subscribe, like, comment, all that, people, man. Gang shit, man. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers ASAP. You know the deal.